And we're live.
Excellent. Hello there, future humans and fellow seekers. I am Nai Coach. With me is
Shiny, shiny.
All right, so today I'm going to do some high-level stuff because I'm in the middle of doing an intense purification, which I talked about last time. So I'll kind of give a heads up on that and some thoughts that brought to mind. And then there's some review cases that came from the forum this week. We'll jump into those, and then with our time is left over, we'll go back and forth like we usually do between stuff we've been watching and requests. All right, so high-level stuff. Let me see. Let me get a little tea. Tasty, hot fire. All right, so in general, this swath has been around the two Zenai gender mojos and the Nizai male. So there's 8 gender mojos I want to get into, 4 male, 4 female. The 4 male, I finished up going through. Last one was Naiji male. I did that the other day, and now today I've started to go through reviewing those and seeing what's going to be going on there. So there is going to be some purification going on there, some stuff fairly intense. That might take another couple of days, and then I'll get into the females, and so that will hopefully, I think, kind of start bringing some closure to this. High-level stuff I kind of learned along the way. Well, one is obviously getting in tune with one's higher purpose, because I have to step away from the numbers of, obviously, I really want the Rosetta Stone that has certain specs to it. I really want those specs to be achieved, but it has to be the real deal. It has to actually have its power, and that comes from its truthfulness, and so I need to have that. So have to, make sure I'm in alignment with that in a high way, because the numbers are there, and they do have their effect. So have to go above that. What else? I kind of was, obviously these ones are in some ways mojos that are close to me, and I was talking to my process about that, the fact that myself, I believe to be Naiji male, the Naiji female, because it's the same mojo and a different gender, the Nijai female, because connection there, and Jaini female, because I've had so much experience with that. That's kind of like the handful that I naturally step out from. And then from there, I connect like through the Jaini to the Jaivi, and so on and so forth until I get to all the gender mojos. And then I'm on that side, kind of like being one with the story of how it works, like, oh, like big picture, like all the 32. And then that understanding comes back to me. And so, like myself, I'm the start point going out, and I build out from there. And then I'm also the return point of that understanding, and it goes in waves. So it both makes sense, but it's also fascinating to me that I need to understand some other things that are further away from me high enough that I can come back to things that are closer to me with a strong enough lens to be able to figure out what's going on. So that's, I know it's a bit ironic, but it makes sense in its own way. So I look forward to getting those mojos back up. The Jaini female is one I think I have at 1,000 now. The Nijai female, be a little further away on that. The 2 Naiji, I'm not quite sure what my plan is still on that, but I'll figure it out when I get there. All right, what else? Oh, because of the wonderful work in the garden that Jarlene's doing, as you know, who've been following me for over the years, I like to connect to certain metaphors, story metaphors and motifs, and kind of connect to the beauty and power of it. So I often associate getting the data collection, the Rosetta Stone of the human condition, to like forging something, because it is like a forge. But it's also like a garden, and I really been enjoying that, and how, this concept, which is really important, to love the plant properly, you sometimes have to prune. And it could feel weird because you want to grow, but it doesn't just work in a straight linear line like that. There are ebbs and flows, and you want to do that right to actually get the garden in the shape you want it to be in. So that's teaching a kind of love and a kind of patience that goes along with that, that love, which is really important. So then I think one more high level thing is, as a part of that, looking at things with a loving, caring eye, and really being particular about that, because often when you love something, and a lot of times, it can affect how you want to associate with it. And it can make, in the words I kind of got are soft-hearted or sentimental. And so loving and caring is, I want to make sure I'm getting as much of that as I can while not going into soft-hearted or sentimental. Because, for example, in certain cases I'm purifying, there's an association with a headspace that meant something to me. But that sentimentality can get in the way of truly loving something. And the first thing you want to do is know yourself and know it, and then conduct yourself accordingly. So that's just something that I've been talking to my process about, and they felt was important to kind of guide me in this time. So one, don't worry about the numbers, worry about, doing whatever you can do right. And then samples that are very close to you. We've mentioned this over the years, family members, people you've dated, so on and so forth, enemies, anyone you have kind of a personal connection with, it can be much more challenging to read them. And so, yeah, for even like say an enemy, you want to come to where you have a love and care for the fact that they are human and they're part of the mojo peaking. That's important to be able to see them correctly. And so that can bring you to, that can seem softer. And that does, that correct mood to be in does bring you softer if you're looking at, say, someone that you have a dislike for. But then you can have someone that you really, really like, and that's actually making it to where you're being a little too sentimental about the case. And you have to love them enough to not be sentimental. You know what I mean? You have to love them correctly so that, because some sentimentality is obviously good because it gives extra resonance to your association. Like, oh, we had these times together. And you don't want to lose that. But there's an attachment to, I've always conceptualized that, internalized that in a certain way. And there's a sentimental comfort. Yeah, you actually want to be loving and caring so that you actually jostle that. That's another thing from the gardening, where you're like, oh, they're not flourishing here. This isn't the right soil for them. And then you have to dig them back up. And there can be a reluctance to like digging it back up, because all that digging and so forth, it kind of feels like you're roughing it up. You're being a little, it feels raw and everything. But you need to master that emotional state of how to love, and then decide, what does that mean?
The best thing for it is to excise it and put it in the place where it'll flourish. Right?
Exactly.
Where it's best fit for it.
In this case, the correct category it is. But yeah, so anyway, I found that all rather interesting and high level. Anything else? Yeah, just kind of following it from last time, wondering like, am I like a Xeni or something? I kind of said my piece in that already, but a couple things came to mind from there. Is like today, as I'm working through purifying and I'm taking certain ones out, it's because I have a great understanding, for example, of Jed's cheeks. And like I'm pulling Brad Pitt, we're pulling Johnny Depp, these various ones, and that's because their cheeks are doing Zez. It's not this. They're not doing this. And so, although this means I have less Naiji in my collection that are confirmed now, it's better because there was no confusion of Zez cheeks mojos being in there. So that makes that demarcation actually stronger. That's something my process and I've been talking about, is that yes, my numbers of Naiji are going down, but that means I'm getting a better understanding, because those that are in there, they probably now mostly all have Zez cheeks like they're supposed to. There's not these incorrectly categorized samples that are diluting and distracting the signal. So yeah, so on that, sort of like, oh, that's cool what your cheeks are doing, and that's not me. And it also means that your temple is over there. So enjoy and so forth. So yeah, kind of touching in on that because I had a follow-up today of looking at ones I'm purifying. And then finally is just that, like I said, I'm doing the Z9 mainly, but there's also a little bit of Nizai in there as well. And I guess at a high level, I'm kind of getting my head around. I always knew the Naiji are reclusive. That's not like a secret. We knew that already. But the way things are looking now, like even more so, like before, their reclusiveness was, similar to say, the Jaini or Zaini or, one other like, sub Nez or something. But no, they're notably reclusive, even amongst other reclusive mojos. At least that's like I don't get too much into things. I'm still working on it, but I think I can start doing like a very high level at a very general level. It's like the mojos I'm correcting, I believe I'm correcting for some variety of reasons, but one that's overall is that they're ob, Zenai, Nijai, and Nizai. So all of that is then making those who are remaining, one, cheeks are more jezzy, as they should be, the samples in there, but also the sub signal. That's actually more concentrated now, and the fact that this means that they are so far, and I've been looking at pretty much everything that's out there, the Naiji male and Naiji female are the most challenging to actually find 1,000 of. So on that, very reclusive. So we went from very to extremely. Yeah, we're extremely reclusive now. All right. I guess that's basically that. So then the next thing is to get into the review cases. And there were two. One was Keira Knightley, and the other was
Marina Baccarin.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with, let's do Keira Knightley first. I think that came up first. My brain was already thinking on it.
All right.
All right, so
To the top
yeah,
here.
thank you. Okay, so I want to go high level first. Is just that in the post that was, you can go ahead and jump in after this. In the post, it was mentioned that they thought that she was perhaps too lean to be Ziwa Jai.
Mm-hmm.
So that would affect it. That would be a sub thing, sub versus ob. So obviously Jaini, Jaivi, Naizi, and Vizi, they're Z Jai users, but they're all elongated.
Right.
So I'm assuming they mean Z and also ob.
Right. That would be what I would assume too.
But on that, we have seen other cases of Zenai where they have, I think you were telling me the term for that, the film as well?
Yes.
Lollipop?
In not a derogatory way, but sort of a lollipop head. So that's term for when someone has a larger head versus, and then a lean body that makes has a higher contrast.
It looks good on
that looks
film.
good on film. Yes.
So anyway, that actually is a thing, and the Zenai ladies, there's certain riffs of them, and this is also noting the new riffs that have come in more recently. Is earlier riffs, which were more, say, the politicians, the academics, and so forth. They tended to actually have, and some think competitive people, they actually took the natural sturdiness of the Zenai and they, either were sedentary or they're very active and fit, like often a powerful way. But this riff keeps themselves very, very lean. We saw this, I think, first kind of getting used to it was some of the Zenai in modeling, where they really keep themselves extremely thin, but then the head still.
It has that lionic look.
Exactly, silhouette there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically at a high level that you want to detach from just because she has a larger head and a lean body. This is another high level thing, is when you see the contrast between body, hands, and face, you go with the hands and face. The hands and face tend to actually show you what's going on more often. But, for example, you'll see we got some of this in the winter sport where we saw like the very tall Z-Vi and the very tall V-Zi. Some of these skiers, they're like 6'6" and whatnot. So you'll see like these 6'6" V-Zi, so very long but then their hands still have that. It's big, but it's like a big compact, and they're like Conan. You point out Conan O'Brien. He's very tall, but his head still signifies that this is an odd mojo, even though he has what you could say, aesthetically in non-mojo terms, he has a lanky body. Yeah. True, but not actually elongated. But that can be challenging because of that. So what you would go with is what's going on with the head. And if you go with his head, actually, as a Nizai, he's not unusual or particularly difficult, but the body could throw things off. So there is contrast, and those contrast ever makes a competing issue for you in your mojo reading call. You want to go leaning with the hands and the face.
Okay, so getting into it then, certain things I'm seeing is the expectancy in the lower lip. That's jumping out. And also the fact that here she's smiling big, cheeks are not flexing.
No.
Like.
And I'm noticing here, like, it's lower lip driven.
Right.
It's got that showy quality.
And I guess thinking of just other things. So yeah, the cheeks are not flexing there during her smile.
And go with the sub thing. As if you're looking here, and this is more important, is the face. She's quite broad. And one thing might be confusing for some people on her is she has a lot of nai, and as a part of that, because different ways you can have the nai, she has a lot of slinky poise. But here again, I'm getting the lower lip leading.
And that area has the energy. The rest is not getting rippled. Yeah.
You should remind me of like she reminds me,
Ridley.
yeah, but slighter, a more slightly built Daisy Ridley. Yeah, like here. Yeah, that's a broad face. And also too, something else at a high level is that if there's conflicting between body and face, or you're just wondering with the face in general, is we talk about which way you lean between the face and hands versus the body. There's also the age or the body. You want to find them when they're at their most healthy. They're like a healthy adult. That's actually what you want to shoot for. So one thing that is actually striking is that she is quite lean. But for example, if you take some of the subsamples that were challenging because they get bigger, if you look at them when they're younger, the face actually leans down. Like Russell Crowe, his face actually changes based on his body size. But she's very svelte, which means she could easily get heavier. And if you get heavier, your face gets bigger. But she's got like a very sparse frame. And look how the face has not reduced. So in a way that makes sense. Actually, the fact that she's so lean actually highlights that the head is more full. And like this is a Daisy Ridley style.
Smile. Localized. Shy.
Something from a process point of view is that, in this case, actually a technical thing, is whenever we have an update, they're moved to soft freeze. This is still an ongoing case, and I'm going to move her, towards bedrock through a series of things over time. But whenever we have these new cases, it's important that they start there. That way, you don't have to give as firm pressure on them right away. Here, again, that's that bucket.
Yeah. Bleeding.
Yeah, goes down, her cheeks don't move.
Yeah. Here, a little bleeding again.
Yeah, so she's recently updated, but this looks broad. lower lip, especially like here, the natural. And she actually has very strong cheekbones, not just like sheer and so forth, but broad as well, full.
Yeah, squared off svelte.
Mm-hmm. That's important to note this because we're going to be looking at Marina Baccarin next. So notice here, it's very feminine, but actually and slight as well. But that's squared off. Look at the energy in the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, the neck, and the jaw.
Here, that smile is not going in the cheeks.
Yeah, so I'll look at our case some more as I go through various stages in the future with things. But yeah, I feel I'm seeing a very slightly built xeni. Yeah, it's just this expectancy thing a lot as well. Mm-hmm.
Maybe there.
All right. Yeah, so I've been scrolling, haven't seen anything to contradict that current assessment. All right, so the next up is Marina Baccarin. And the, I think 011 was asserting xeni, he thought. One thing on that is it's good to give a physical qualifier. For example, like on the last case, it was helpful to like, oh, the reason why you're thinking perhaps they couldn't be such and such is because of the frame thing. Because these conversations, for them to be worthwhile, have to be tracking based. So any assertions of like, I think this or that of they have knee or they have sub or anything of that line, you want to actually kind of point out a physical thing you think you're seeing. On that, I think Dire Magpie was saying that maybe something good to zone in on, that the gumminess. She had a kind of a gummy and attractive way smile, and it just looked weird to him, and he wasn't quite sure what that was about. So if you want to go ahead and kind of go in, but that kind of sets a scene.
Sure. And I suppose that would be the kind of smile that he's referring to. It's like the beaming smile that shows gum and seems very trusting and open. Right. Well, suppose I'll start pointing out just because of the difference of or a key difference between calling that xeni versus a nijai is the cheek activation. To me, it jumps out that her cheeks are flexing. Not only are they, she has rounded features and then her cheeks are rounded, so they're like plumpy, if you will. But beyond that, they're also flexing when she's smiling.
Yeah, like squinching.
Squinching. There's a muscle there, and that's being activated. Yeah, when she smiles. Yeah. That's pretty clear. So so right there, I think that looking at that, and also so when she does look ob. I mean, she has the broad face, and her eyes are like unhooded.
Well, if I can jump in there, is because you did a good job on the Jez cheeks, and I'm seeing it everywhere. I keep seeing it here, this one, and this one. But going back to where you were here, the other thing would be dur and add. I'm not seeing pushing. So this seems like lift to me. So I'm getting Jez cheeks and I'm getting lift, not pushing. And also when I kind of go over here and just do like a take on all of it, she's probably giving her yangest look here. You know what I mean? She's kind of like neutralizing a bit. But even here where she's neutralizing, it looks like Z neutralizing.
Seems receptive.
It still seems receptive. Yeah. So that's one thing. Then if we go to this, we can get into the body. Okay, comparing this to the picture we saw of Keira Knightley. This is compact wiggle. Oh yeah, perfect. Because this, exactly. Okay, so this is squared off, but this actually does not actually have the tensioning we saw in a same mirror shot with Keira Knightley.
And she's offset with her hips, and there's more of a give than you would see there.
Exactly, the knee, the hip, the elbow, the shoulder, the neck, and at the jaw, where the jaw goes in. You know, like here she's out. I'm always getting receptive. I'm not getting pushing. Here's another body language one where she's in a more formal body language. Okay, this is a more formal body language, and she's kind of like holding it. This is like a poised, serene, slightly maybe mournful, but it doesn't actually have boundary setting. I'm not getting boundary setting from this, and she's not doing much with her mouth. I think I'm still seeing flexating here. Even with that like little chin action here and with very little going on. If it was a Zenai and this still of a pose, because this is actually a neutralized kind of repose, the cheeks would be fairly, I think, more clearly sheer. Here's good because she's kind of like in attack mode. I'm still getting drinking in.
Yeah.
Even here, like in more action, take charge mode.
That's a lot of perk up.
That's a lot of makeup. Oh my goodness. Here. Yeah, I've yet to see a pushing picture yet.
Yeah.
Even ones where she had her anvil on pretty good.
Here. Looseness.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah.
Loose.
Has those wiggle points. Because when the Zenai hit like those coquettish things where they kind of like bend their hip to one side, shoulder to one side, neck to the other, it has a more, I'm trying to get a better term for this, but for right now, geometrical. It's like they turned and turned and turned. It doesn't have this natural giviness.
Curve.
Slouchiness. Yeah, they do
more curves too, like where.
Well, this,
yeah,
with the ad mojos, yeah, I think because the slouchiness, it kind of gives these slouchy curves.
Yeah.
Whereas when they bend their body in like multiple directions to kind of give this playful silhouette, I think is where it's often done for. It seems more geometric, where like joints were turned like one solid straight line, angled a different way, another line, angled another way, different line. But it's like a series of firmer angles. And that's what you saw in the one with Keira Knightley as well, which was the camera. All right, I think we did a fairly good job. I think one thing that might also be helpful is I'm going to try and zoom in on the gummy thing. I've got it real quick.
Sure.
So I'll try to focus on the gummy part. I have another, this is just a speculation, but I think there might be something to it. For me, if I was going to consider anything else, I actually might wonder about Nizai, because, you know, I get the knee lift and everything like this, but she does have kind of a wavy upper lip and the gumminess. So, you know, I'm seeing the cheeks go. But I think the thing that maybe why I might think for a second also, is she Zez, is here. I think visually, you know, that sort of stop line that you see with the Cheshire where it goes up and there's like this, like it hits a wall line and then goes sideways. Yeah. I think the gummy kind of creates a visual, like solid gash line or solid, you know what I mean? Like separation line. And I think that jarring from the mouth, as soon as you go up the mouth, oh, something kind of like cuts it. I think that jarringness might seem like, oh, did it stop radiating? But if you go here, even though she has, you know, space here and then a wavy lip, this is actually activating. But even above that, these cheeks are activating. So this actually has the classic activation of the Nijai and the Vijai have this. The reactive impacted emoting comes up in a sort of round apple-y way under the eyes. Kind of got a little apple there. But yeah, this is still happening. But I understand that if this was covered, then it would be smoother into the mountains. And I think then you'd be like, oh, she's Jez. You kind of I think I do this, like you kind of sometimes look at the mouth and ride the mouth up the face, just kind of see how far it goes into it travels. So with her, you do kind of hit the mouth, and as you rise, the gumminess creates like a visual, like a little possible speed bump in a very appealing way, but it does make a little visual speed bump. Maybe like, oh, did that mean I went into Zez? Because it kind of feels like some ways when you go with say Nizai, and you go and you see their emoting and you ride up their face, and then it kind of stops at like the the mouth line or the cheek line. There's like that a slight, oh, we're cool, like, oh, we're yang. Maybe it hits as like a little visual yang. So that's something I think it could do that. But if you take it all in, and particularly look at what's going on with the cheeks up here, these are, I believe, flexating Jez style. All right. Cool.
All right. Who's next?
That's it for that. So I guess we can go to Sunday session document and start going back and forth. So let's do Happy season 1.
All right.
I think there might be someone there we don't have. So we'll go until we get somebody. All right, so let's go to season 2, and you can actually do the list.
2 or 1?
Yeah, are we in the second season?
Yes.
And then whatever the first episode. It's the first episode, and this will give us like a pull down list, but of just this episode, which would be good. All right. Christopher Maloney, Nizi. And he's actually good in a counterpoint. Is he has the elongated face, although he has gotten himself rather built. So he's a rather built Nizi. But he's one that I had looked more closely at because he is more muscled.
Okay.
But actually, do you want to jump on Chris Maloney real quick, but just to kind of see one thing? So one of the things that we look for on that is one, obviously, is the eye energy, which he has more of. The eyes kind of go there first. But then here, if you can see, that's a bit small. We get another one. It's better. Okay. Well, he's got a beard there. Help me out. Okay, this is good. He has this more teardroppy, long. It doesn't actually go as much straight sideways. And the features, although he is sturdily built, these features have the more fine inside T that we see with the sub-mojos. So little high-level stuff there between the Nizi and the Xeni, because we're working on it recently. The bucket versus that kind of, lack of a better term, the hangdog, the Nizi and the Vizi both have it. Where
right.
it dips more. The middle of the lip, it dips more like a U, whereas the what we're calling bucket, it goes down a bit and just sort of it flattens out more, giving it that kind of shovel quality, low, shallow, and wide.
Next up, Richie Coster, Scaramucci. Do we have him red?
We do. You see him here. Slime effect, but
he looks Durser.
Mm-hmm.
He has a broad face.
He does.
Is he a Xeni?
I believe he's a Nizi.
Okay. Then, yeah, I would have just by, because most of these pictures are his face.
Like here. Yeah, I think that's actually elongated, but we can take a look. So let's do him. There you go. That'll be first case.
All right.
perfect because it's kind of one of the things we're working on.
Right. Cool. See, Durser.
Yeah, but like here, you have strong cheekbones. But one thing, some Nizian Vice, they do have the strong Z animal. But
What's bothering me
tell me.
is that it's going straight across. And straight across. So I keep seeing that, and that's it's giving me pause.
Pause. All right.
And like this, the low setness of when he does the maneuvers. Like, yeah, it seems more low, seems low set straight.
I'm getting this larger oval pattern where it tends to have more like a sideways lower cut to it with the Z first. He's got this more longer diamond shape. Well, let's actually put video on him. We'll look at him offline.
All right, sounds good. But yeah, I see in the younger pictures.
Yeah, so that looks more like an IZ to me.
A long look. Same thing there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is helpful. Actually, the hands look elongated, and
I think he kind of got more well known to American audiences later.
Yes, he did. At least to me.
To me as well. But some of these older pictures, I'm kind of getting like a Vincent Cassel. And this here, the way he does his mouth reminds me of De Niro.
De Niro. Okay. All right, I do see it.
Okay, cool, excellent. All right.
But well, it can't hurt to put video.
Yeah, just to follow up on it.
Follow it up.
So then we'll go on to our question sample.
Okay. We have
Krayshawn. All right.
Music artist?
Music artist. So I think we looked at her case back in the day. I wanted to take a look at her. I think she's been pulled for a while. Yeah, because I think I thought possibly Najee back in the day, but she's been pulled for a while, and it's because I was wondering if she's a Ziny.
See the G pucker. It does have a protruded. Yeah. I'm doing. See where you were headed.
That looks like it might be trumpet there, possibly. You know, the mouth kind of goes forward, like distinct from the rest of the face, which is something we associate with the Xi First Mojos.
Right. Yeah, something there. Here, looks localized. Possibly.
Yeah, localized outward pucker.
Mm-hmm. There, looks localized too. Yeah, it looks localized because she's emoting.
Yeah.
But the cheeks aren't flexing.
And she's kind of got this edginess to her, but actually I think this is an ad mojo, like, you know, wild child. Yeah, she reminds me of some of the Ziny vloggers we've seen in some of these pictures.
Right. Yeah.
And she's pumping a lot of attitude in all these, but knowing we know now about, say, between Najee and Ziny, it's not, I'm not getting that penetrative natural state quality. Because even like here, she's still giving attitude. I'm getting, I think, the give of the ad, the overall body tensioning. Even ones we saw up there where she was like giving like a kind of like a feral yell. Like here a little bit. Actually belting out the cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not activating. Yeah, I'm seeing.
Oh, tiny. That's soft read, soft picture read, but that feels good. Okay, so back to Happy. All right, Lily, who's she?
Lily. She's the cop.
Okay. I think we have her. Is it my turn, by the way? I think
It is.
Nizai. Is that right? Check me on that one. That's what my impression is of her in the show. And this picture we just saw.
Ending.
Okay, cool. Let's look into her.
Okay.
I think perhaps because she plays kind of tough on the show, I want to make sure she wasn't like a dir.
Right, like a Nizi or something like that.
Or it's actually maybe Zenai or Jinai.
Okay, because you were on Ob.
Yeah, I think I see Ob.
Okay.
But she plays kind of tough on the show, so. But overall, I still think I'm so far just like riffing. I kind of feel like there's a Nizai like this here. This. You know what she gives me? The speedy one from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. who got her arms cut off. She was the with Mac.
I know who you're.
She rips me. She rips me of that actress.
Mm-hmm.
Actor. But yeah, what I'm doing right now, I'm kind of giving it the hard eye. Make sure there's no dirt. That's something I miss.
Yeah, you can really see that comparison that you just made here in this picture, where she's like leaner, like or showing off her tone and such.
Very trim.
Yeah, trim. There's more give than you'd see with Dur.
Yeah.
Mojo.
Also, she's not projecting her emotion the way Jean and I would. Like up through the face, like here, example. Because it's not the biggest emotive maneuver, but that's a decent sized one. Here we go too. That's big. That's big. And those cheeks really aren't doing much. You know what I mean? They're kind of just lifting as compared to Marina background where they were like squinching, like little bum bums.
I'll never be able to unsee it now.
I know.
Like here. Looking at the line. Here too.
What about the IMDb? The IMDb.
Right, well,
Not a lot. Okay, so
that's some.
Oh, that does. Okay.
Compact.
Yeah, I'm getting projectiveness from her emoting, but not to the point it goes into the cheeks.
Right.
So like that aspect of her has projectiveness, but her overall energy, the eyes and the cheeks are not giving me projectiveness.
Yeah.
He's
right.
on. Cool. Yeah, I was like, I'll give her the, are you? No. All right, so back to requested. If we tag this one in, Lily Mirogenic, knees eye, top read. So the next requested is?
Julia Kruger.
Journalist.
Okay.
Seems odd.
Does. Again, you know, that trim and larger head proportionally to the body. It's squared off.
Yeah, because here she's kind of like giving like a bit of a yin pose with the hands where they're held and everything, but her body seems more squared off.
I don't know that her cheeks are activated.
No, I'm taking them in because they're round.
Right.
But I haven't seen anything flex. In fact, it's pulling me more to her lower lip.
Right.
That might be bucket. Like here, for example. That looks lower lip lead.
Those.
Dropping down.
Same thing here.
And you see here, like this is a good one. Like compare her to Marina Baccarin. Her cheeks are lifting. They're not squinching.
Right.
They're mounding up. You know, from the lift coming out of the mouth area. Same thing here. That's a good one. Yeah, those cheeks are being lifted and thus they're mounding, but they're not. I'm not seeing flexating on its own.
Yeah, big smile. The cheeks aren't activating, squinching.
And she has a little bit of a challenge because she has these more rounded features. But yeah, really kind of zoning in on, are they flexating or not? No, not seeing it. Yeah, I think if you were kind of like moving fast, she'd be one that you might be easy to think of as Genie or something. Because she's the squared offness, you know what I mean? The forwardness, that kind of comes through, and the dreaminess. But she has like the rounded cheeks and the kind of more full lips. Yeah, but I'm getting soft faced with bucket amble.
Yeah.
Here's another picture of her smiling. Yeah, I think that's rounded features bucket. Soft read, Xeni.
Back to happy.
Good.
Medina Senghor.
Not a lot of media.
No.
She's the
mom of
right.
Little girl.
Maybe Google has more.
Maybe.
I would have thought she would have more pictures. She's one of the main characters.
She is.
Not a lot to work with.
Seems like she's done a bit of
Theater.
Not a ton to work with.
No, we'll have to give a pass on that one. All right.
Yeah. Right. She does look, I mean, she looks odd.
Yeah.
And she looks like she has G.
Agreed. I'm thinking Nizai or Genie.
Right, yeah, in between those two with her. And she reminds me of Tandy Newton.
A little bit more rounded.
Yeah, more rounded.
But some of the way she carries herself, holds her head.
Right.
I know what you mean.
Poise. Okay. So potentially Nizai.
Potentially that, but I'd want to have a little more so I could eliminate Genie.
Right. And this one's an interesting picture there. You can see the cheeks activating despite a very large, charismatic smile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wish I had. It's almost enough. I think probably it would just be a little while before she has what we need.
Builds up the library. All right. Cool. So now requested Mike Kruger,
a comedian. That's not a lot.
No. I mean, okay, things that I'm seeing. I think this is an ad.
Ad-ob. I'm getting Big Lift drinking in. I'm getting Wiggle Claw.
Yeah. Wondering if this is a Nizai.
Yeah, I can see that.
With you know, they have
the rounder face.
Rounder face and wavier lips, like that can seem unaware if you're.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
But his cheeks, yeah, don't seem to be moving. Yeah, that's a good picture. You can see. Yeah, there.
So I'm not sure.
We're not sure.
I know you're saying I think you may be right, but I'm just want to take a little more on like what's going on with his cheeks here.
Sure. Go ahead.
Because that's weird. That expression is kind of vulnerable, and the cheeks, they're mounding. Not only they're flexing, but like resemble this expression. Seems kind of impacted, possibly.
It's closed mouth, though.
It is closed mouth.
But
there's a good amount of muscles here and here going on. Well, myself, I'm gonna go with this next step. I think those eyes don't look camera to me.
I agree with you.
So we can narrow. We're thinking knee first.
Knee first.
Knee first. Okay. All right. I might take more time here, just in case. Let's see what else he's got as far as images.
I just keep getting struck by what I don't see in terms of flexing in his cheeks that I would expect.
Like this, that kind of looks like flexating to me, though. Possibly. How about here? His mouth's open more. Maybe I'll tell us more. Kind of seems impacted, but maybe it's just because he's roundy. How about this one?
I think
they look awkward and impacted to me.
Yeah, I'd have to see video to, be able to. I see what you're saying, but then I just.
No, I know what you mean. He's kind of got a little bit of this zany kind of thing going on. I know what you mean. But these smiles he makes, they're always a bit like that. I haven't seen anything Mackie yet, and those cheeks. And he's older now there, obviously, but they look like they might be mounding. I mean, like flexing, but they're mounding. Maybe they're flexing. But yeah, we're not gonna we'll look for video before we do that, but we kind of see what else Google provideth. Yeah, like this here. I'm curious. If it's G, he uses it in a rather
differential way.
Maybe the word I was going to go for is maybe differential is a way of it, but it evokes sympathy from me. I don't know. Maybe there's a better way of saying that, but it's sympathy. Plaintive? Perhaps plaintive. That's the right word. It seems a bit plaintive to me. Which is something I associate with shy, but there's also maneuvers, and G can do things. You kind of focus on physiology. I'm still looking for that kind of like mischievous thing that the Nizai and Bizai tend to have. You keep looking at photos often, you'll see it. Yeah, so I think we've done what we can with that. So just put video.
Right.
All right. But we get a good look. But I think knee first.
Yeah. We're both tracking on to that. Right. And back to Happy.
Back to Happy.
Patrick Fischler.
He's smooth. Oh, this guy.
Do we have him on the list?
Yeah, I think I had been going between the ad serb. So it's been a while since I've come to his case. I think I've been kind of good. I think I've come a ways on distinguishing them.
All right, let's take a look.
Because he's a little bit broad, but he also plays like real
Psychological.
Yeah, but like
Punjabi.
mind, but it's part of that like calm has this very calm. But yeah, mind
Very
job with this very like sedative sort of
centered.
Yeah,
Creepy centered.
creepy centered. There you go.
His eyes look receptive.
Yeah.
With me.
His face seems rather full to me. Because I'm getting ad serve. I'm getting, I think, receptive, cheeks not flexating. That's from younger there. I look like, oh, that's someone else. Never mind. Oh, here we see his hands some. They're not feathering the way ad sub tend to. It's more compact wiggle.
Wiggly.
Yeah, I think I'm getting these eye.
Yeah.
He's really good with the creepy. I mean that with respect. Yeah, I'm getting lift. I keep looking to see if there's any, like the kind of cool gauze of Zai first, but I'm not saying that. Cool. Oh, and here's contrast. This is our boy from Preacher. That's his eye.
Yep. All right.
Cool. So mark him down. All right. So Patrick Filschler, who plays, well, I'll give too much away, but he's a, I could say he's a baddie.
Yeah.
I think you can.
I think that's.
If you saw the trailer, you would know that. All right.
Back down.
Yes.
Requested. We have Fabian Coster.
Okay, a comedian. No,
Actually, no. Okay, we've done that.
We looked at that one already.
Irina Krush.
Chess player.
Further along.
All right.
Compact looking hands. Dish.
That almost looks like she's giving the middle fingers.
Looks like Jai. Oh, sorry. Looks like Jai potentially.
Yeah, let's see what we should talk about there. I think, well, among other things is here.
Yeah, the little.
These muscles.
Whirly muscles.
Whirly muscles that Jai users have.
In the corners, under the corners of their mouth. Yeah, that looks like Shy. I think she looks odd.
Yeah, this might be like
she just seems like at ease with the environment.
And also kind of like a softer overall look.
Right. I'm thinking this is Z9.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah, she's one that would be a little tricky at first, you know, 'cause she's really kind of got this quiet energy about her. The one thing, her cheeks are a little round, so I'm kind of just taking that in. Like here. This reminds a little bit of like a Nijai as well, so it kind of just, I think Ab with Jai.
Yeah.
See here? Just give him the anvil. Yeah, that might be natural state.
Seems pretty natural state.
Yeah, she has softer
Features.
And her game was also softer. Here, if I see this, it gives me pause.
You want to put her to video?
Yeah, but let's keep looking a little more. Just kind of take her case in a bit. Your cheeks there.
There are cheeks.
Well, yeah, they are cheeks. I mean, but they're mounting up a good amount, which doesn't always mean they're flexating, but it means you have to look close. But here, you can see your hand a little bit. Yeah, I can't rule out Nijai with some of these things here.
Video?
Yeah. For the video. Oh, Xenai is much more likely. I'm aware of that, but I'm trying to just look at what I'm seeing, and I'm going with the cues, and I'm from that. If I didn't know anything else about this person, the Ah part pops, the Jai part pops, the Nez pops.
Right.
But the cheeks, I'm like, I want to see more.
Okay. Christopher Gerald. He's Sunny.
He's
Sunny Shine.
Oh, Sunny Shine. He's Sunny Shine?
Well, him. I don't know who this guy is.
He changes appearance pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks zany here, but not like Sunny Shine zany. That's next level zany.
That's next level.
Oh my goodness, but yeah.
Let's see if he has more stuff on there.
Yeah, we need to get him in the collection because that performance has seared itself into my psyche. Johnny knows. There we go. There's my boy.
He's so it looks like Broadway is his
field.
stomping grounds.
We can work with some of these, I think.
He looks Adab.
He does
with
look
knee.
With knee. He looks knee first.
Knee first, yeah.
I think that might be upper lip though. He has like a softer face, but like here, I don't know, it seems like upper flare. At least in that picture. Let me see more though. He's a naughty elf.
He's got some buff legs.
He does have buff legs. And with this here is kind of giving, yeah, that's the outward pucker of G.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, it's like here, like he's a little tricky because he has these softer, rounded cheeks, but the mouth has that, placed set position. Like G and Xi users, whether they're Zez or Zhez, they tend to have a little more outward pucker on the lips when they're articulating, and when they pause, their mouths tend to go together. Sometimes it'll have more forcefulness, and it'll give more of an intense pursing. You sit more with the Dur versions of this, but still, all of them, they tend to not have the mouth be slack or open. So.
Yeah. All right. Nizai?
Yeah, that's going there too.
Yeah.
You see, he's got the roundy cheeks, but that's a good amount of emoting, and it's more projected out. The lips are going outward, and the cheeks aren't really moving. All right, boom. Sunny shine, knee's eye. Naughty knee's eye, but like awesomely done.
Indeed.
If you like your thing semi-trippy, check out Happy. You might like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to requested.
We have Brian
Krasanich,
Krasanich.
the CEO of Intel. Oh, this guy. I think I had him down as a knee's eye, but with all the action that had occurred, I wanted to take another look at him. Make sure, yeah, I think it was with the, the Xenai breakthroughs. I was like, I'll make sure he's not like a really fun, hip, having a good time Xenai.
That's fair. Right. Looks odd and
Yeah.
says, and he looks like he has Nez.
Yeah, squared off in the body and the face and the hands. The tensioning of that is different because you can be wiggle squared off. So I'm not sure about that, but he's got just a squared off ob. Even with some of these big smiles, his cheeks aren't flexating.
That's interesting.
Mm.
Very reminiscent of Bucket.
Mm. Maybe it is a fun time Xenai. Because sometimes in these eyes, CEOs, they have this more like, yeah, we have a blast. This is awesome. Still has this lift quality. I'm curious what that's about. Maybe it's use of, we have seen Xenai sometimes use their V that way.
Are there certain pictures that you would want to look in further?
Okay, I'm curious a bit about the gesturing.
I like that one.
Yeah. Just whether right now, I'm having a hard time with the tension level. I like to see him move. Here he's smiling. He's interesting lips in general. Because like this kind of dips down some, but they also kind of pucker out. Got some interesting lips. It's cool.
That's what he's always wanted to hear.
Hey, that could be a big perk. I could hypnotize people in a positive way, positive hypnosis. This is the widget that you want to.
Mm-hmm. The fact that he keeps his mouth open quite a bit. Yeah.
These eyes seem got a good amount of lift. His hands seem sturdy. I see me with the lower lip too.
Yeah, leaning more towards Xenai.
Yeah. I can't rule out Mizai so far. Because sometimes strikes me as like a weird, kind of just unusually shaped pucker. I think we're gonna need to go video with him. Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to see him talk and his digits move. Back to Happy.
Back to Happy. We have Bryce Lorenzo.
Haley.
That's Haley. Let's see, does she have pictures? Yes. She looks off.
Does look off.
With knee.
I think so. I also
wondered about Gina.
I also don't want to rule out say Xeni, because one thing is when they're younger, they give it generally more yin kind of thing, just because they're overall life confidence, but then also the baby fat.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if she's in these eyes.
I'm too, because the eyes do drink, but the smile, as round as her cheeks are, I don't know necessarily if they're flexating just style. Like here, soft cheeks, but I think they're soft Zez cheeks.
Yeah.
Does she have anything in Google?
No.
All right, so similar for this one. How about this one here? The patty lip thing, it seems more projected like a G.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Even here, when she's doing the open mouth thing to kind of, approximate that expectancy thing, it doesn't feel slack, it feels held. Soft read knees up. Boom. Haley is the daughter of the, I guess, what? Disgraced cop?
Right.
Disgraced ex-cop. He's that disgraced. All right, so next up for requested is
Rika Kubo,
a voice actor.
Right. A lot of drinking in.
A lot of drinking in. Is that her?
Yes. A lot of lift.
A lot of lift. I'm getting ad ob.
Same. I don't know whether her cheeks are moving yet.
No. Here's interesting. Not great, but.
I'm leaning towards knee's eye.
I am too. Just taking in the softness, just kind of soft round to your cheek features. Is that her? Sure.
Not sure.
Does she? Is that her?
I don't know that it is.
No.
That's her. That's her. I mean, I don't see the cheeks move.
No, and the smiles, they're like coquettish, deferential, fun, and so forth, but I'm getting that they're projected like the G.
Yeah.
And her smile raises up, I think, from the upper lip. Does she have anything more on IMDb, or is this her?
That's she.
No. All right. Let's see. Let's go back to the top. So not a lot to work with, but I don't think she's.
I'm seeing these.
Yeah, so do I. I just want to make, I mean.
I think I'm okay with calling it.
Yeah, picture read,
Soft
soft read pictures.
Yeah.
Nizai.
Back up.
Back to happy fun time. All right, so.
Patton Oswalt.
Nizai.
Paul Witt.
Paul White.
Do we have him on the list?
Not sure. He looks vaguely familiar.
No.
All right. Cool. Big Pink. Who's Big Pink?
He's.
That's another.
Wasn't he Scaramucci's man? Maybe.
I'm not sure. Good question.
Like one of his heavies.
Oh, I think we do have him under another title. I think we might have him under his pro wrestling name, The Big Show. We had The Big Show. Big Show's Bizai.
Okay, cool.
Which is, I mean, what do you look like here anyway? But
right. Sounds good. Next, then, do you want to go back down to requested?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So in that case, we have Dimash Kudaibergen,
Kazakh music artist. Well, these aren't the best because they're kind of performance a little far away. But one thing I think I'm taking is he seems elongated in the face and the body and the hands.
I agree. All right.
I think I'm getting jazz. Because even when he not moving his mouth a lot, I'm getting tone in the cheeks, I think.
I think possibly Jaivi.
Yeah, this is him.
Yeah, it is.
This is good. It's really good. This looks like a Jaivi here. The eyes quite clear, and I think that emoting is more impacted.
Looks impacted.
He keeps his mouth closed in this sort of staring far away, I think, nice stare. So that was kind of giving me, pause. Because Jaimos, not always, they tend to have either the mouth slack a little bit or even lips are together. You'll see like a little bit of a looseness in the lower lip, even when they're together.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, for example, like with, some of the MMA fighters, a lot of the Jaivi, they keep their mouth closed. I think maybe they learned it in some way that it looks ad, and they don't want to look ad for some reason. So maybe it's something like that.
Signal more vulnerability.
Vulnerability. And then one picture you showed me earlier was like the best quality picture. I could really get a good look at him. That looked Jaivi to me. There we go. Not great, but still looks Jaivi, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hand, the looseness, and the base of the knuckles.
There, also
Yeah,
the
loose
offset lines.
offset lines. But if it was like an IG, it would be more coiled and not quite as offset. These are quite offset and loose, loose S tension. Should I be?
Driving?
Boom. All right, cool. That one didn't have a lot of great straight in the face shots. We're kind of like we were going for more like glimpses from a bunch. Back to Happy.
Happy. We have, let's see, Ashley Atkinson.
Who's she?
I don't recall her from the show.
Well, it might just be this episode. We see her photos.
She looks Nez. Looks expectant.
It does.
Wondering Zenai,
Yeah,
perhaps?
Zenai, maybe Nijai, but I'm leaning Zenai. It seems more yang.
Yeah. Yeah, cheeks aren't.
Can you type put her name into there and also put in Happy and see if they give us anything? I'm like, she seems familiar. I'm like, I'm not placing her right now. Oh.
Oh. That's what happens when you don't change the name. Okay. Yeah, I don't recall it.
No. That looks like Xenon to me. Softer.
It does.
Yeah, you know all these poses here. There's more dirt. Soft for you, did you know?
Yep.
All the future, should we read them if we don't know who they are? I can't.
Yeah, can't hurt. That's
Yeah.
a good question.
All right.
She's an actress.
She wasn't there, and we saw her because we saw that episode.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Right. So
Requested
now. We have Catherine Quitten-Brower.
Nice. Fiction author. All the broken things.
That's heavy.
That does sound heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Her. Yeah, I'd gone back and forth with her with Nijai.
Zenai
and Nijai, yeah. I'm leaning Zenai.
Yeah. Looks up with Jai and Z. And Nez, I can see what you're saying, but there's more of a piercing quality.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see video with her.
Mm-hmm.
Just because distinguishing the Nijai and the Zenai and the writing field can be tricky.
All right, cool.
So,
video.
Back to Happy.
Back to Happy.
Happy. Hannah Hodson, the prostitute, they tell us in this case.
Yeah, I do remember her. She had a memorable part. She's the one who almost died when he took her. He was trying to do a favor.
Yeah,
and,
he messed up like he usually does.
Yeah, so she
well,
was actually in danger.
Yeah, messed up.
Getting her organs harvested.
It was bad. It was not good.
No, not good. But yeah. So case looks odd, I think.
Yeah.
Looks like a Nizai, possibly.
not a lot to work with.
Let's see what we got here. And Hannah Hudson.
It does look like Nizai.
It looks like a Nizai. Here,
By that we mean a lot of lift in the eyes, bright, drinking in, but not the clear camera lens of V. She has a smile that goes out, projected, doesn't go low into the cheeks as much, although she's trickier because she has fuller, rounded cheeks. But yeah, they don't look like they're flexing actually. That's mounding. They're being lifted by the smile, but they're not really flexating as much on their own independently. There's 2 good pictures in there, right?
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah. This one up here.
Then we shall add her to the list.
Nizai.
Hannah Hodson, welcome to the data collection. Up.
Next up, read requests. We have Janine Kunz.
An actor from Hausmeister Krauss and Siegfried. That was fun to say. Did I do it wrong?
No.
It just fun
It
to,
tickles your brain.
it does tickle your brain.
Right. That up.
It does look up.
I don't know that she's emoting above the midline.
No. I think this looks obsessed.
Yeah. I was wondering if this was perhaps I don't know, a Zenai, but
Yeah, or Nizai.
or Nizai, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's been a while since we looked at this case. From what I know now, she seems more Yang than Nizai. Even despite she's got this real kind of balmy bond energy going on.
Right. Agree.
I think that might be lower lip expectancy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see a little more though. Make sure, just make sure.
Yeah.
Not Nizai, because sometimes Nizai, they can be confusing. We have her. She's a Zenai. She's a fighter.
Mm.
I think that's Hannibal.
What I'm seeing too.
That's good. That's a big smile.
Mm-hmm.
I think that lower lip might be driving that.
Also the wrists. Look at the sturdiness.
Mm-hmm. It's compact, but also which makes sturdy is it has
Doesn't have breaks in the
like a
wrist.
Nizai would be compact, but it would have more of a
The
wiggle
knuckles. Yeah.
or give.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was talking about too. Is right there. She's doing that thing where she has the legs one way, the hips one way, the shoulder rib cage one way, the shoulders one way, the head one way. So she's putting a lot of like break lines, but there's not this general kind of give in it, like a slouchy give. It still doesn't. It still seems more tension structured in its body lines, even though she is doing a good job of actually giving this playful off angles. She's posed a lot,
Yep.
sitting and standing. Here again, big smile. I think the lower lip is driving that. This one. The hand.
Yeah.
That seems more like a paddle hand.
Paddle hand. Right. Comfortable.
Yep. Picture of soft read, Z9.
Z9. Happy.
Back to happy.
Antonia Ray.
Assunta. Oh, is she the one that?
Oh, she's the priestess,
Priestess.
or
Doesn't look like she has a lot.
the nonna. She's the nonna.
The
She's
nonna.
grandmother. Well, maybe she has something in
Google. Yeah, she was good. She was memorable. She was intense. Nuno was not funnin'. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think she's maybe a Nizai too. I mean, or Z9.
Yeah, one of the two. We'd want to have more media to distinguish.
Yep. All right. Too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad, Nona.
What else we got?
Let's see. Donetta Lavinia, great.
Hubble.
Recognizing her. Let's see. Type that in and happy.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Let's see what she got. 16 photos. It's Durab.
Yeah. Durabnai.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe Zenai.
Yeah, that lower lip there. Look at, she's smiling.
I'd like more though. So,
all right.
We'll keep looking at IMDb over the years, and as she keeps coming up, we'll get her.
Yeah.
All right, back to requested.
Oh, she has some interesting ones here. That doesn't look like the cheeks movie.
Doesn't.
Cool. Right. Back to requested. Jacques Lacan. Lacan. French psychoanalyst and psychiatrist.
Bring it. It's not great here.
Looks compact.
It does. Is that actually him?
Here.
That's him?
On the smiling face of Purple Max?
No. That's what I thought.
I didn't think it was.
No. I was like trying to be optimistic because it was more modern footage. These aren't.
I mean, he looks. I would be looking at, I think, either Zenai or Nizai.
Same here. He looks compact. He looks Zez.
Yeah, cheeks. And he has. It looks Nez also.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Nizai myself. But
yeah, but I couldn't.
Rule out. Agreed.
Zenai.
Not right now.
The pictures that we have.
Maybe if we got more fine-tuned on the distinction.
Maybe video.
Yeah.
What's the video?
Well, I only has video, but yeah, let's do that. Let's put in video for now. All right.
Back
to happy.
The happy. Scoot.
Scoot.
Scoot is. Oh,
what do you think we have him? Do we have him? Don't have him?
So.
Oh, hello. All right.
Looks elongated.
He does look elongated.
Looks nicey, possibly.
It does look nicey, possibly. Because that looks like Jai, I think.
And I'm not seeing those cheeks. Evidence of those moving. Look, his eyes also have piercing quality.
Right there. Because I was wondering about Shiny also, but there the cheeks aren't moving. It does have that piercing. His eye pops though.
Yeah, it does.
And by the way, going up, like we talked about, like the Z first mojos, telling them apart, is that the sub Jai users, Nizi and the Shiny, they have this more ovally shaped emoting area, rather than this more kind of like broad, low, shallow, and broad that you see with the bucket. Do we have two good pictures with him? Like in there. That works. That works. Okay, we can do it.
Cool.
Bob Turton, Nazi. Nice to meet you, sir. All right. Was he the one that had, you know, the the awful?
Yes, the awful.
Believe it, that the awfulness.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Poor dude.
Yeah.
We'll let you investigate that.
Farewell.
No.
Okay.
That was bad.
All right, so Oscar Lafontaine.
A German politician.
Hey, he looks odd.
He does.
Looks like a Xeni.
He does. That's a lot of amble coming at me.
A lot of amble, a lot of bucket, lower lip.
Very localized.
Very localized.
But still the dreamy, like this, as compared to like a Ziva,
Yeah.
still has the dreamy pushing in the eyes. Doesn't have that more tighter quality. Like even here, when he's squinting, still doesn't have the concern signal, even when he's getting a good squint. Yeah, it's got those paddle hands. Yeah. This looks like a Xeni classic.
Yeah.
Xeni.
Xeni.
Oscar Lafontaine.
Back to happy.
Back to happy. Ratnesh Dubey. Mr. Ready.
He's the dentist for him.
Oh yeah.
Dentist. Look, the knee alpha.
Yeah, he looks Adab.
Adab.
Knee.
Yeah, body language.
Compact wiggle. He has softer cheeks. I'm not sure that's flexating.
Yeah.
Might be. Might not.
A little pucker's interesting.
Okay. He's got, kind of voluptuous lips and fuller cheeks, but that might be Cheshire.
I think that's a where.
Because I think the upper lip is lifting that up. Oh. Return of the Xeni. Similar stuff. Like this. Buzzy.
Too bad. It looked like it was going to be good.
That was going to be helpful. I was going to see a bit going on the mouth and cheeks. This one.
That him?
Yeah. Is that him? Yeah. Sometimes it reminds me of Patton Oswalt, like this picture.
Yeah, I think maybe a video.
Video. I don't know if he's going to have that.
Yeah. So.
All right. Keep on hustling, sir.
Yep.
We'll circle back.
Next up, Sarah Lamb.
American ballet dancer. She's one that I had thought Naiji back in the day, but I pulled her a while ago when we started getting into more of the Zyv from winter sport, and then also realizing that the Zyv are very well represented in ballet because their cheeks always bothered me. I think she maybe is Zyv with lots of Nai. Because like here, she's got very flat cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah, very flat cheeks. A lot of V in her eyes.
Yeah.
Let me just put Sarah Lamb.
Maybe do a ballerina and it'll give us a little more of her face.
Ooh. I tried that. That was the very first thing I tried, but let's try that again.
Because there's a little more faces, I thought. No, there's not.
That was when I typed in
Oh, we typed in
face.
face. Okay, I see. Can I see this one? Oh, it's a little fuzzy, but I'm just curious. She kind of gives me that riff of the ice skaters.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, clear eyes. And she has a nice amount of like Nai there, but I don't think it's penetrating at like a natural state level. That's good, body language wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like sheer cheeks with trumpet.
All right.
Zyv. Nice. Cool. Is that everyone in episode 1?
I believe so.
What happens if you do the full cast? Does anything else come up? Or is it not important? Let's see. Just for
Well, there's Isabella Scaramucci.
Devin Mazar, Nai.
I don't know who that is.
No, I think we got pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
All right, so what about the next episode? Tallahassee. All right, so we only look for people we haven't done yet. Patrick, those look familiar.
David Sinjata.
I think we have him. Let's see, looks like a Durab.
It does.
Yeah.
G9.
That makes sense.
All right. About Jordan Gelber.
I think we have him.
Yeah.
Looks like a. What are you thinking?
The Alpha.
Yeah, me first.
Nishai.
Nijai. Yep.
Right.
Who else?
Voss
We have him. Nai.
Aaron Sorotsky.
You want to take a look at him so you know what we're talking about? For the audience.
Yep.
This guy.
That guy.
Tall, drinking cool water.
Aaron Sorotsky.
I don't remember him off the top of my head.
Neither. What should we do?
Yeah, I kind of want to go to the ones that resonate more.
Yep. All right, let's skip them.
We did him.
Lord Jordan. I don't recall.
Can you put her on Google? Maybe if we see her natural state, it might jog memory. To the go-go mobile. Nope. We tried though. And kid's kind of young.
Yeah. Right.
Try to avoid those unless they're like, the daughter was like a main character.
Back to requested.
Back to requested.
We got Michael Lands.
An actor. Special Unit 2. That was powerful. That let you know Did you hit a wrong button, maybe? Maybe.
Maybe likely. He looks familiar.
He does.
Do you have him on the list?
Yeah, let's check to see. Well, obviously he's on the list, but yeah, maybe it has been read. Our minds want to know.
The lands
No.
requested.
All right, let's take a look.
Nice.
Get into that business. I have some younger. That's helpful.
Looks.
Can you see this one here?
Is that expectancy?
I think it might be.
Is that a nice E?
He looks elongated too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting Dur energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Jai expectancy. It's got a lot of those pictures. You can hear like the hard look, but has the loose lower lip with the dropping lower lip. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty classic actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elongation is too much to be an Zine eye, and the piercing eyes and the cheeks pulls out Jai or Jai. Yeah.
Do you have Wendy Benson lands?
No, but I will possibly. Wendy Benson dash Landis. All right.
Right. Cool. Nice.
Nazi will take that action. So I think we did Happy. What else is there to do on the sheet?
Let's see.
We did that. Oh, Jennifer Lawrence's boyfriend. We were curious about that.
Oh yeah.
Especially since I need Naji. He looks like he might be possibly.
Let's start pulling on a thread.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's
comes
his
up?
name. Oh, boyfriend. Cook Maroney. Right. Looks like he has Nye. See dissatisfaction.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Looks long.
He looks elongated. So, but before we get too deep in this, does he have two pictures that we could work with? If not, then this would be a
Futile exercise.
futile exercise. Yeah.
Face. Let me type in face.
I think this is just going to have to be one that got away.
Yeah, because this picture, you could do this because it's like
Yeah, it's one.
Possibly.
How about that one? No.
Iffy. All right.
No, can don't overreach.
Cool.
Fine. We look into it.
Right, down to requested.
Let's do it.
We have Oliver Ollie Lang.
A pro paintball player. This is, I think, a revisit.
It's off.
He does.
Zez.
I think we've come a long way in like the sports stuff since we looked at this case. Looks Ezzy to me.
Yeah.
Looks like, reminds me of MMA fighters
Yeah.
or soccer player.
Kinsey.
This one, that's pretty good, and that one's pretty good. Like right here, that looks Z first to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least Ob Zez. I would say Z
Those
first.
look Z first to me. for the sturdiness of the hands.
And the muscles here, the shy muscles. Even though his mustache is hiding, but you can still see the shy muscle action that's going.
Yeah.
Lower lip.
Okay, so Z first.
Lean towards Z Vi, because like here, the set the eyes and the maybe Z eye.
Yeah, I couldn't rule it out, I
Yeah.
guess. Just from the
He looks pretty
It's not
yang
a ton
though.
of pictures.
No, the gaze is a bit yang, but yeah, I'd like more.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see more.
Is that him?
It is.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Vi, but I'd like more. Yeah, let's check video for him, yeah. But we've come a long way with that stuff, so I look forward to getting in that case. Deeper with it. All right. What we doing? Shadows the movie? That's awesome. That show made me happy. Oh, it's the show now. It's a movie now, show. But we were wondering actually about what's his name?
Clement.
We were seeing Av, right? Av and Zez, but we were wondering about Dur and Ad.
Yes.
Okay, that'd be good. And his first one, so this might take a little bit because he's a heavier case. He's awesome.
So things like this are interesting. Looks like lower lip is bleeding. See.
Sometimes I wonder if that's like Cheshire.
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's tricky. Oh, here. That looks kind of ambly.
Yeah, looks. Yeah.
I wish we could do video of that getting in trouble because I really want to look at this video. You go slightly slower. How about this one here? It's fairly low set.
Yeah. It is. But is it pushing?
Not sure. Like this one here. That might be Cheshire.
It's maybe an Izai, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm looking at these pictures. That's where I'm leaning. Yeah, like this body tensioning. It's lower.
Oh, that's good. The hand there is helpful. Here.
That one.
Yeah. I think that might be Vi.
Yeah, lower tension in the hand too than you would see with the Xenai.
I think that might be G pucker possibly there.
They put some probably effective GIF.
Ah, nice. There we go. Got that one. His hands.
Yeah.
Those look like Gumby Claw. this one here. You reminds you of a little bit more squared off, but you can't peel the more compact one.
Jordan.
Yeah. You know, it can be very braggadocio and take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that says Xeni yet. It's actually good too. We mentioned before because sometimes his performances are kind of very take charge. It's kind of cool to kind of not hear what he's saying, but just see him move.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah, not seeing Jai.
Yeah, no.
Here we go to the hand. So looks softer, right?
Yeah, it does.
Coif off. What do you think? Do you want to do video just to be sure? Because we really, you know, we really like, he has seared himself into a lot of attachment. So yeah, I'm leaning towards an easy eye, but I'd like video to clarify. Slap the poker. And that takes us to our time. That's movie you can watch again. That's good replay value. Okay, so that is our session for the day. Plan is for myself going forward to get into those 4 female gender mojos that I want to clear out, make sure there's no Xeni action in there I'm not accounted for. And yeah, that'll probably take up the week. So that'll mainly be what I'm doing. All right, so have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.